How you doing? My name is John Sikoris, and this is Sharif Sikoris, and we're the owners of Titan Medical Center.
Alright guys, what are you doing? I'm back in my father's art room. Again, they're still doing construction at my house. They're doing a lot of stuff. Destruction. Oh, I just figured is Lee Labrada, that's at my old gym. Okay. Here's Muscle Sport Mag. Here's Muscle Sport Mag. Alright, we got up on the top here. We got the Titan Medical. I don't know if you guys can see that shit. Look. Titan Medical. There you go. See? Titan Medical. Okay, that's my Momo shirt, but that's a Titan Medical hat. Got a little Army stuff going on there. My son, who was in the Army, let me see, Army Intelligence, that's him. Over right there, that's him, okay. That's my son, Army Intelligence, Special Ops. We're in the art room here. My father passed away a long time ago. I use this room. This was actually a big room, to be honest with you. But I do use this sometimes as, get a little private so I can talk in the house. Alright? That's my old gym, Peekskill Fitness Center, and Lee Labrada stayed there 2 weeks before the 1988 Olympia, which was in LA, which I was at the 1988 Olympia, and he was there, and he was at my house and stuff, and he was a good guy. I like him. I remember he told me a story. I remember he told me this. I never forgot this. I've told this on videos before. I've written about it, but I'm going to say it again because it's a very important story. He was sitting there. He told me that before he came to my gym, he was telling me that he was in like some bumfuck, place in the middle of the country, middle of USA, Cornstalk USA, where there's all farms and shit. And he said he was sitting in there, and he was in a restaurant. And he told me this story. He said he was looking out, waiting for his food, and he said he noticed these giant, like 1,000-pound bulls. You know what I mean? And they were fenced in by this rickety little old fence. And the bulls would walk right up to the fence, but never past the fence. And these bulls were big enough that they could have just went boom and went right through the fence, right? They could have knocked it down. It was something that you or I could knock down. So you can imagine what a 1,000-pound bull could do to that fence. But they didn't do it, okay? And he said it made him think, why don't those bulls just bust that fence and get the fuck out of there? It's so easy for them. Because they've been conditioned, all right? Because they have fences in their mind. And he said, it makes me wonder how many bodybuilders have built fences in their mind, which makes them afraid to expand, to go beyond that fence that they, you've learned certain things, go heavy. If you don't lift heavy weights, you'll never get big. You gotta squat. You have to bench press to get big. All of that's bullshit. None of it's true. I don't give a fuck who wants to debate me on this. It's not true, okay? And that's what Lee was trying to say, that a lot of bodybuilders have built fences in their brain, and they can't go beyond that, all right? And they're just like those bulls. They're in their confines. They're comfortable within their little spot. So bodybuilders, unless you can break out and go beyond that fence that you built in your brain, okay, and just really get to the next level, you'll never get to the next level unless you actually go beyond, what's the fences that you built in your brain. I understand that, what I mean? For the longest time, I didn't want to do ketogenic diet. I thought, oh, dude, you got to have some carbs, bro. You got to have some carbs. It's not right. Carbs are muscle sparing and all that shit. And for me, you know what? It's been the best thing I've ever done, okay? The same thing. I don't lift heavy anymore. I've won bench press contests and all this other shit. I don't lift heavy anymore, all right? I can't. I'm going to be 60 years old, okay? But for the longest time, I built fences in my brain, too. I was afraid to go beyond that. Now I make the muscle do the work, all right? So Lee Labrada taught me a lesson that day. He taught me about the fences in your brain and going beyond, all right? It's a really, if you think about it, how many of you guys squat and you really, you're going halfway down, or it's hurting your back or your hips hurt or whatever, and it's not really happening. You don't have to squat, and you don't have to squat heavy. That's all bullshit. All right? How many of you do bench press? I have a friend who does bench press, only bench press, like Serge Nubret. He had the fucking thickest chest from his upper chest to his lower chest. Then I got another friend who never bench pressed in his life, doesn't like bench press. Feels like it hits more of his triceps and his front delts, which I kind of feel like that a little bit too. And his chest is a monster. Okay? Look at my legs, bro. I just put up a leg video. I don't do squats, yet my legs are better than a lot of pro bodybuilders. And I'm not even on HRT anymore. Haven't done HRT in 2 years. Why? Because first of all, I built my 23 years natural, and you know what? There's guys who don't believe that. Look, if you don't believe it, it's fine. You know, you're giving me a compliment because that means that my legs are that good, and you really are impressed by my legs. And I know I haven't done anything in 2 years, and I was built like that when I was a teenager. Okay, I had those big legs when I was a teenager like that. So, whatever. But the bottom line of what I'm fucking trying to tell you is, you don't need to squat. You do my workout. Okay, it's on YouTube. Go check it out. My leg workout. You fucking squat. Your fucking legs will grow better than you ever did when you squatted. It's a myth. You don't have to. All right. Go beyond those fences. Don't build those fences in your brain. Go beyond them. Okay. Lee Labrada's right. Thank you, Lee Labrada. Listen to me. I gotta get some off my chest. Today is the day that Rich Piana died. That's when I'm filming this, all right? So by the time you see it, it'll probably be a week later or whatever it's going to be, okay? But today's the day that Rich Piana died. And everybody and their brother is putting out pictures and tagging Rich Piana's people there, tagging 5%, and some are putting out videos about Rich. Let me tell you something. When Rich was alive, Rich didn't want people doing that. I remember him even doing a video saying, hey, listen, stop trying to get hits by putting fucking videos out about me and talking about me and, and thinking like you're going to tag me and using my name in the title so you can get views. And I feel that's what a lot of people are doing, okay? And I met Rich. And I know Chanel, okay? My girlfriend talks to Chanel very frequently. But I got to tell you something that bothers me. It really bothers me. And I didn't talk to her about this, all right? But I saw my boy Big Frank had this on his thing, and I could see it was going back and forth. I was going back and forth on Chanel's thing. And, there's somebody out there that's attacking her because they're saying, Chanel has a boyfriend or whatever. And I don't know if that's true. But I got to tell you something, okay? I myself had a girlfriend who passed away. What do you expect Chanel to do? Live the rest of her life like a fucking single librarian? I mean, not for nothing. But if it was the other way around, if Chanel passed away and Rich was still alive, I can guarantee you that Rich Piana would have a girlfriend already, okay? Not that he didn't love her, but, you grieve, but you also have to move on and live your own life. Even if Chanel has a boyfriend, doesn't mean that she's not still grieving, because I know for a fact she is. I know, all right? My girlfriend talks to her all the time, and I'm telling you, me, I still fucking grieve my girlfriend who passed away almost 20 years ago. All right, 20 years. And it still doesn't go by a day that I don't think about her, and it doesn't hurt. All right, but we move on. And when I say that Rich would have moved on, he would have moved on. And it didn't mean that he didn't love Chanel either. Okay, that's not what that would have meant if it was the other way around. Okay, Rich was still alive. It doesn't mean anything. It just means that there comes a point in time where you got to live your life and go on. All right? Doesn't mean anybody forgot anybody. That's fucked up. And that's evil to do that to her. That's very evil. That's not right. She's still grieving. So whoever you are that put that fucking bullshit out on the internet and is trying to fucking, use Rich's name and all this other shit to try to draw publicity and get the bees buzzing and go after Chanel, I think it's just because you secretly have a crush on her. Okay? You should leave that shit alone. First of all, you're a fucking coward because you don't post under your real name. When I post shit under Gregg Valentino so you know who you're getting. You don't get Venom123. That's not my screen name. All right? Now, you guys got to stop tagging Rich Piana. I think it's beautiful that people want to remember him on this day. I think that it's great, okay? I think that, it's a tribute to Rich. We all want to remember Rich, okay? Keep him in your heart. But you don't have to write all these grandiose videos about him and fucking tag him. Tag his, his stuff, Rich Piana, 5%, and then put it in the title so everybody could try to watch your videos. Because most of you people are just doing it to get publicity, okay? And, give me a break with that shit. Stop that. All right? Stop talking about Rich Piana. Most of you don't even fucking know him. He didn't like that. He didn't like people doing that. And he's still doing it in his debt. I see it all the time. I see it all the time. I see people. I'm still seeing videos. Rich Piana this, Rich Piana. And, stop that shit, man. Okay? Stop it. If you people who still attack Chanel, I don't like that. Okay? You got the wrong girl. Go attack the ex. All right? The ex-wife. Because Chanel's a good girl. And Chanel still, doesn't matter if she's with somebody or not with somebody. I know she's still in with Rich's family's father and everybody, okay? And they still spend time and talks to them. So stop that shit. Girls got a right to move on with a fucking life. Rich would have done the same fucking thing. And you know that. Stop using his fucking name. Let him rest in fucking peace. He didn't like it when he was alive. Okay? I'm sure he's fucking turning his grave with some of the bullshit you guys are doing. Not because you're not really trying to give him props. You're trying to get fucking publicity. Alright? Alright. Enough of this shit. I had to get that shit off my chest. Because I can't stand that. I really can't stand seeing that shit anymore. It sickens me. Stop fucking around. Fuckos. And another thing, I'm going to get to some questions here. A question. You guys got to give me some questions. I want to hear what you guys want me to talk about. I can sit here and talk about anything, bro. I'll talk about anything. I can talk for hours, too. About anything. Whatever you want to know. Alright? But I want to give you guys what you want. I want to talk about shit that you guys want to talk about. Alright? So I'm going to read a question. I got to put on my reading glasses right now because I got to read my girlfriend's cell phone because I can't see fucking shit without these glasses. Alright? So let me put these glasses on. Let me read you a question. It comes from a guy named Alfred from California. He sent it to Joe. You got any questions? Ask Joe. We'll hook it up, bro. Okay? Whatever you want to know about. If there's a story that you want to know about or details from a story that I once told, maybe on Generation Iron, you want to ask me something or you always wanted to know, ask me. All right? Okay, guys, so I put my reading glasses on, but I still really can't see this too well, you know what I mean? Because I don't know how to make it bigger. It's my girlfriend's phone. I got to hear her fucking big yap. But anyway, so, a guy's asking Joe, let's see, what's his name? Alfred from California, all right? So Alfred wants to know if I can tell some Frank Zane stories, about the old days, I guess, or whatever. He wants to know if I can talk about Mike O'Hearn's current training. He wants can Gregg discuss in detail how to have fun and be funny in social situations. I've never met anyone like Gregg. He seems to always have something to say. I also want to know, can we have Gregg train Jason Genova? People want to see Jason go all the way, the good workout. Let's see, I think Gregg's training style is perfect for Jason, and I think it would be a good video. I've learned a lot from Gregg's training videos. I originally subscribed to Gregg's because I thought he was really funny, and I first saw his Kai Green video. This is all a couple years ago. This is from Alfred from California. Hey, sorry I'm reading like that. I can't see, guys. Sorry. It's fucking old age. Fucking eyeballs are bad. I can't see. Look how little this. I mean, you guys can see this, but look at how little that shit is. I can't see that. Okay, so sorry, but listen. I'm going to answer those questions in a second here. But if you guys got fucking questions you want to ask me, ask away. Don't ask stupid shit, all right? I mean, make sure you ask stuff that people want to know. Okay? I'm not going to answer dumb shit, all right? All right. So let me get my other glasses and let's talk about this shit right now. I got to get these off. I can't see. It's a fucking reading glasses. And when I see the whole thing, I got to pull back from the camera. Because I can't I feel like I'm right up on top of it and these things are blinding me. Alright, let me get my glasses. Alright, so to answer Alfred's questions, okay? Just bear with me for a second, okay? Now, I knew Frank Zane, but I don't know him really well. I seen him in the gym, many a time, actually. I've talked to him. There's pictures of me on the internet with him back in the day. When I was younger, the thing is, he's a very odd guy. I don't really know a lot of stories. I know that, I've watched him train. He trains very slow and deliberate. He does do a lot of sets, a lot of reps, just like everybody. Remember, back in the Arnold's fucking era, bro, even me, a lot of guys did each body part 3 times a week, okay? 3 times a week they did each body part. They didn't do what these guys do today. All right, they weren't doing 3-on-1. They were doing pretty much almost every single day. All right, and I train like that too. So high volume training, lots of sets, lots of reps. And I'm sorry, I'm falling off the edge of this chair. And every day, pretty much every day. Okay, at least a lot of guys do chest, back, shoulders. I can't tell you his exact routine. It's online, but you can find it. Now I do know that Frank Zane was a school teacher. And so was Kenny Waller. Kenny Waller once beat the shit out of a guy who got stupid with him, okay, in the school. And he ruled with an iron fist. Whereas Frank Zane was once smacked in the face. This was told to me by Leon Brown. He told me that Frank Zane was once smacked by one of his own students. They smacked him, and he didn't do anything about it, okay?
You can act like a man! What's the matter with you?
So Frank Zane was one of them, like almost like leftover hippies, granola eaters from back in the day. You know what I mean? Sit around and eat all that fucking, chopped up grass and fucking granola shit. So I could tell you, Frank Zane actually once got smacked by his own student. He didn't do a fucking thing about it. Meanwhile, Ken Waller threw a glass window. So you gotta love Ken Waller. Now, I got a lot of stories about the old days, and maybe Joe and I will sit down and we'll talk about how I can present this. Because, Leon Brown is one of my very close friend of mine, and he was with Arnold every day of his life, for a long time. And they trained together. They got great stories from going to pick up steroids from some nurses and shit that were all into Arnold, and, going up to Muscle Rock, and how Arnold would speed around in his Volkswagen and shit. And he used to speed everywhere. His little white Volkswagen. He used to speed. He was a speed demon, okay? Cops would chase him. He'd lose them. Even Leon was telling him one time they would go to this place. It was like a medical clinic. And the nurses all loved Arnold. And they would give him whatever he wanted. All the steroids, whatever the fuck he wanted. They would give it to him. Okay? And Leon told me one time he came out, him, Franco, and Arnold, they came out of the place, and a cop was standing. He was writing out a ticket. And Arnold told Leon and Franco, get in the fucking car, hurry up. So they jumped in the car. Arnold jumped in the driver's seat and drove off so fast before the cop could give him the ticket. If the cop couldn't even get out of his car, he was gone. Arnold was gone faster than the cop could get on in his own car and try to chase him. This was too much. Okay, because Arnold was a madman. They used to go to this clinic because the nurses all had a crush on Arnold. They all loved him. They loved him. He'd go in there and he'd walk in with a tank top and they'd all be melting and they'd feel his muscles and shit. Some would take pictures with him and shit. And they loved Arnold. They gave him whatever he wanted. And Arnold was very good to his friends. I could tell. Listen, let me tell you something. Listen, when it comes to politics, I think Arnold's he's a momo, okay? He's a momo. He's a Republican acting like a Democrat. I don't like that, all right? I don't care what your politics is, but, you don't have to like Donald Trump, but you got to respect the office. You don't have to like the man, but you got to respect the office. Dude, I didn't like Jimmy Carter. I didn't like Bush. I didn't like any of the Bushes. The only one I like is Reagan. And I didn't like Clinton. I didn't like fucking Obama. But I respected the office and I rooted for all of them, okay? Why? Because rooting against them, all right, is stupid. You're rooting against your own country. Arnold, his politics are fucked up. But he's a good guy as far as a friend goes. He never forgot Leon. He always takes care of Leon to this day. All right? I could tell you that. Leon's got a million stories about Arnold. Arnold would go to a party, he'd drink a beer, and it was it. He'd go home early and shit. Arnold was always the first one up at 5 o'clock in the morning. He'd be banging on Leon's door. He'd actually walk into Leon's apartment and pull Leon out of bed. What did Arnold eat? He ate hamburger meat, bro. He loved the little hamburger patties. He used to call that steak. And he would eat eggs with it, and sometimes pancakes. He loved pancakes. That's his favorite food. All right? So I'm just telling you. These were all things I get from fucking Leon and his friends tell me this shit. Now, I didn't sit down and eat that shit with him, so I don't know. But I'm just telling you, that's what Arnold used to do. Arnold was a huge pranker. And one time, Leon Brown beat Franco Columbu for like the Mr. Universe and Mr. World, one of those two shows. And Arnold never, ever let Franco live it down. He busted fucking Franco's balls every fucking day in the gym. Hey, look, here comes Leon. He's the guy that beat you. Look, here he is, the new champ, the Mr. World. Hey, there's your boy. That's Mr. World. You were second place. That's the first place winner. And Franco actually, even though Franco would actually train with Arnold and Leon, okay, he didn't even, for like 6 months, he wouldn't even talk to Leon. He wouldn't talk to Leon. It's the funniest fucking thing. You got to hear Leon tell stories. Leon used to tell me, I like Franco so much. I almost wished I didn't win because it bothered him. A lot of stories, bro. You know, it's a lot of Franco Columbu fucked up stories. Franco was a fucking. Hey, dude, let me tell you something. Franco Columbu recently, I'm talking about it. This last Arnold Classic. All right, I'm talking here. It's 2018 right now. It's August, but back in March of 2018, my boy Bob Bonham bumped into Franco. Now, Bob Bonham's known Franco Columbu since the early 70s, all right? And Bob's like, hey, Franco, what are you doing? And Franco just turns his head like this. He was with a girl, and he turns his head like this, and he didn't answer Bob. So Bob goes, Franco, hey, Franco, what are you doing? It's me, Bob. And Franco just kind of looked right past him, you know, like that and everything. And then finally, Bob goes, Franco, you're not answering. So he turns to the girl, Bob, and he says to the girl, you know, I'm talking to Franco. What the fuck? You know, he's not answering. Is he like deaf now, or does he not hear me maybe? And she goes, no, he's just avoiding you. He doesn't want any part of you.
No. What do you got me on a fucking pay no mind list, kid?
That's fucked up, okay? That's fucked up. That's the kind of guy he is, all right? I've told these stories before. Some of you have heard them, some of you haven't. I brought him and I introduced him to Alessandro Salvi and Alessandro's girl, Rosetta Mortati. And first thing he did, when I told Franco, I said, Franco, listen, he's one of the same shows you have. He was Mr. World, Mr. Universe, you know, talking about Alessandro. And Alessandro was Mr. Italy as well. So he fucking, so Franco, the first thing he does, he pokes him like that in the abs and he lifts up his shirt and says, how's your abs? You know what I mean? Like, what? You know, like, what are you doing, dude? You know, and I didn't tell you could touch him and shit, you know. And, you know, he was just being a jerk. And then all of a sudden, Rosetta came over, his wife, and his girlfriend, his wife, whatever. All right, and then Franco starts, like, kind of like, oh, look at this one. He's hugging her and shit, and he's getting his picture taken with her, and he's hugging her, and he turns, and Arnold was sitting right there, and he turns to Arnold and says, see, you're not the only one that can get a girl. See that? You know, you're not the only one that girls love. So what I'm trying to say to you is that that's the kind of guy, you know, Franco is. He's not really a nice guy. He did a lot of fucked up shit. You know, I'll tell you a million stories about Franco if you want. He even tried to pick up my ex-wife, and me and him had words over it. You know what I mean? I told him that's my wife. He's like, yeah, whatever. You know, this is like in 1989, 88. You know, this is a long time ago.
You did know that, didn't you?
You knew she was my wife.
Huh? Hey, look at me.
Yeah. I know that.
You're done, yeah?
Okay? And then, you know, my friend had to kind of pull me away because I was getting really pissed off. I know Franco's a boxer, but bro, not for nothing. I'll headbutt him in the fucking head and we're going to go. We can hang and bang, bro. I don't give a shit. By the way, he's shorter than me. I'm 5'6". I don't know what the fuck he's 5'3", 5'4", I don't know. A lot of stories, bro. We'll get into some shit if you want to. Figured I'd tell you a little bit, also. A little teaser. I don't know much about Michael Hearn, to be honest with you. I don't know if I've met him or not. I don't think I have. You know, he's one of the few guys that's been around a long time. I don't think I've ever met him. I don't know enough about him. I don't know how he trains. You know, I know he says he's natural. I've seen the pictures of him. I mean, I'm not going to call him out or any of that stuff, but you know, it's hard to believe, you know. I mean, I don't know. I was just eating, so I'm fucking spitting a little bit here, you know. Again, it's a guinea thing. So, you know, I mean, again, Michael Hearn seems like a nice guy. I don't know. His girl and I are good friends. Okay, Mona Morrison is an old friend of mine, you know. I mean, I used to eat at a restaurant, Nebraska Steakhouse in New York City. All right, so she's a good girl. I like Mona. She's a really good girl. Michael Hearn, I don't know. You know, my friends all like him. Bob Bonham likes him. You know, the people I know that, you know, they like him and stuff. So, I mean, I got to take their word for it to say he's a good guy. But they don't believe. I don't think any of them believe he's natural. I don't know. I don't really give a shit. And the other thing is, Alfred wants to know how, you know, I could be funny or be fun at a party or something like that. Dude, the worst thing is when you're trying to be somebody you're not, all right? Because let me tell you something. We all have our own personalities. Not everybody is funny, and not everybody's witty, and not everybody, you know, everybody's different. We all have different personalities. There's nothing worse than trying to be funny when you're not really funny, or pushing it and trying to, like, you know, then you almost, like, make an ass of yourself, you know? I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm just fucked up, you know? So I guess I say shit that people find funny, you know? You know, so it's It's who you are. It's your natural personality. I can't tell you, Alfred, how to get, start like, mingling with chicks and shit like that or whatever. I just have always been that way. All right. It's just something that's natural to me. Okay. I can't tell you how to be funny. I don't know. So anyway, I appreciate Alfred. I appreciate you. Your writing questions to me. You want me to train Jason Genova? I don't know. I like Jason. He's a nice boy. But I'm in New York, okay? He's in Florida, so I don't know how that would work. And I'd have to have, I'm a hands-on guy. I can't just write shit over the internet. It's not easy for me to do that, all right? I'm a hands-on type of guy. So, if Jason needs help, I would help him. But, I'm a really hardcore guy. I don't like fucking around. See, that's why I don't really do much personal training. If I train somebody, I like to train guys who are real serious. You know what I'm saying? If I tell you eat dirt, you eat dirt. You don't question it. All right? Those are the kind of guys, and they all make results. I can get you guys here that are monsters that I've helped, okay? Anyway, so I appreciate Alfred. I appreciate you looking out and you supporting me. Thank you so much. If any of you guys got any questions, all right, hit me up. Let's do it, bro. Let's get funky. Ask me what you want to know. Just don't get doing this stupid shit, though. All right? Not fucking around. Spread the word. Share the fucking video. Come on. Tell people. Tell people you got to watch the show. Because I'm talking about all kinds of stuff. Dude, this isn't stuff that you're going to hear today from these fucking momos today that are pro bodybuilders and stuff. They're all got their egos. And, they're all like, whatever, I mean, come on. Give me a break, bro. Give me a break. They don't want to talk about steroids. They don't want to talk about this. And some do, but most of the pro guys don't. It's the other momos that do. You know what I mean? The guys are trying to get YouTube hits and shit like that. They'll talk about the steroids. But the pro bodybuilders, a lot of them ain't going to talk about the steroids. All right? So I'm just telling you. We'll talk about a lot of stuff. But you got to spread the fucking word here. Come on, Titan Medical. All right? They're sponsoring this. Joe Pietaro, Muscle Sport Mag. This is the Muscle Sport Mag's house, baby, right here, Muscle Sport Mag. This is our house, all right? So spread the word. Subscribe, hit the fucking little bell thing up there so you get the notification that we're doing a show here, okay? Don't fuck around, Do what you got to do. Help us out, we'll help you out. We'll give you what you want. You got to tell me what you want to hear. You want to hear Arnold stories? I got a gazillion of them. You want to hear about Arnold, how he used to get his steroids? I can tell you about that too. All right? I can tell you about a lot of things. A lot of things. We can talk about a lot. I can sit here and do this all day. But you guys got to help me out, bro. Okay? And anyway, if you want to know about steroids, why don't you ask Titan Medical? Okay? Talk to them. All right? Not just steroids, but they got all kinds of stuff. B12 is the first thing I ever shot. B12 is so fucking good for you don't know. All right? It's good for the liver. It's good for the kidneys and the adrenals, bro. The adrenals. If you're a caffeine junkie, okay? Talk to Titan Medical, bro. They got a lot of good stuff going on over there, all right? And they're a legit company. They're not going to fuck you. You start buying all this shit from these little places on the internet, you're going to get fucked. This is legit. Titan Medical, all right? And listen, from A to the guys at Titan Medical, I need a little babanya myself. I want to get a little TRT going again. I got the blood tests. We'll fucking get that shit going. See, even myself, I want some stuff. I definitely want some B12, bro. I love that stuff. It's great stuff. It helped me. It helps the fucking adrenals big time, bro. You have no idea. It's good for you. Good for the liver. Everything. So, alright. It's a B vitamin. Come on. It's not fucking around. Alright? Titan Medical. Go there. Stop asking me about steroids. Go over there and ask them. They're the fucking experts. But I'll help you. Alright, I'm done fucking ranting. This is Gregg Valentino telling you, listen to what I got to tell you here, okay? Stop fucking around. Stop fucking around. Be good to your girl. Be good to your significant other, whatever your spin is. If you're a father, be good to your kids, bro. That's the most important thing. You gotta pay child support, pay it. I fucking paid it. I was in jail. I fucking paid it. Alright? I don't give a shit. It's not for the girl. It's not for your ex-wife or girlfriend or whatever she is. It's for the kids. And don't give me that shit. She's not using it for the kids. They're eating somehow. Alright? Stop being a fucking deadbeat dad. If you're a deadbeat dad, don't watch my fucking show. I don't like that. Alright? Alright. I love you guys. You're my momos. You're fucked up, but you're still my momos. I'm fucked up too, so we're all fucked up. Joe, you're fucked up too. Stop fucking around. See you in the next video.
At Titan Medical Center, we are here to make you feel better, look better, and perform better. We're here to get you to your optimal levels in the most natural way possible. We are a boutique-style clinic without the boutique-style costs. All medications are monitored and prescribed by a physician. Let us help you get the results you've been wanting. Come to Titan Medical Center for the most cutting-edge therapies and the most current information on how to take the most natural approach to your health.